Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Brittany and I'm in Fairfax Pilates studio, which is in Northern Virginia. So come by and say hello when you get a chance. So today's workout's going to be on the split pedal stability chair. We're going to do a quick one, 15-20 minutes, just some of my favorite exercises. I do an equipment fusion class here at the studio, and so we just pepper in some of the chair exercises. I'm going to just show you some of my go-to exercises. So get your chair ready, and I will meet you right back here. All right, we're ready. So before we begin, I just want to remind you that when you set up your handles, they want to be around where your shoulders are as you're sitting on the seat. So if you need to make that adjustment, go ahead and do that. But for now, I've got footwork settings on my chair. So that is 2 red low springs, 2 blue top. They call 2 heavy low, 2 light top. My heels are connected, my feet are apart at the toes, and I'm sitting with my pelvis near the forward edge of the chair. I'm going to grab the outside of the handles, pressing in. Okay, so this would be start position. You want to shrink wrap your waist, seated nice and tall. We're going to press the pedals down as we exhale, not quite to hit the floor, okay? And then we lift all the way back up. Yes, am I working my legs? Absolutely. But think about this as an ab warm-up. So this is footwork on the chair. It feels quite different than footwork on the reformer. If someone needs to be sitting versus lying, let's say anybody with any kind of injury or vertigo, right? I'm going to have them do the footwork on the chair rather than the reformer. Let's get one more, and then we're going to come to the top. And then I'm just pulling up. So as I pull up, it's like my tummy is pulling in. So the lifting of my abs is actually what pulls the pedals up versus leg power. And then I'm going to change my feet to parallel. They're hip distance apart, aligned with my knees as well. And the same without quite hitting the floor. Exhale, press, and inhale, lift. Now, what I watch for is when my people press down, a lot of times they press so low that they round through their lower backs. Keep your backs still. When you have your pelvic floor in, your deep abdominal muscles, you should feel stable. Inhale, lift, exhale, press. Press and press. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the top, and lift. Right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping the pedals lifted. Change to the heels, still hip distance. Press. Now, my legs just got shorter because I no longer have the length of my foot. So the pedals should stop before they were stopping before in order to keep your backs still. 4 and 3, 2, 1 more. We come up and lift and lift. Feeling that in my tummy only. If you're feeling it somewhere else, reset, look at your position, and try again, okay? It's all core. 4, 3, 2, stay up here, tippy, tippy toes, press. Now we can feel more quads and more calves. So we're trying to keep the ankles nice and still. Same breathing pattern, inhale, lift, exhale, press, and press, and press. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we come up and pulse and pulse and pulse. And 4, 3, 2. All right, let's get those thighs parallel with the floor. The challenge here is in keeping the thighs nice and still. I'm going to flex my feet to lift the pedals and point to push them down. And press. So a lot of times as a teacher, I place a roller or a bar across someone's legs. It shouldn't roll around. You want to keep your thighs very steady, and the movement really is in the soleus, this lower, the smaller calf muscle here. That works when our knees are bent. So you want to keep a stationary hold, isometric in the quads, and we're just working the calf muscles. 5, 4, 3, one more time. All right, and then we come off. All right, so a lot of times I just keep on going with the legs, and that's what I'm going to do today as well. So I'm just going to just keep the springs absolutely the same. We're going to press the pedals to the floor, and then one foot steps up. Now the back edge here, now my forward edge is actually going to be where my toes go. And then just for a little variety, sometimes we can stand all the way up. For today's variety, I'm going to just bring my hands towards the front edge and just weight shift so that my main weight is on my top leg. And I'm just going to bend and press. It's kind of like I'm getting ready to take off of a track lineup. Get a visit down memory lane here, like on the track team. And 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we place the foot down, change the feet. Ready, set, weight shift, and press. Press and press. So I'm actually quite light on my fingers here. A lot of work here and a lot of work on the moving leg. And 2, 1, and then go ahead and come down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and leave my heels off the back edge and just get a little bit of a stretch through the leg. And then I'm placing my hands in the back corners. So I'm not only bringing them on the back side, but I'm grabbing the corners so I can squeeze in. I'm going to glue my heels together so I'm in that Pilates V. There's a little weight shift forward, so my shoulders are somewhat more over my wrists. And then I'm going to weight shift until my body weight is literally in my arms and my pedals are floating. We're going to pike. So we lift and lower, trying to create flexion through the spine and lift the pedals, slow with control. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and turn to your side. I'm going to place one hand down. This other hand can just be against the pedal or the handle, and my opposite leg is out hip height. Lower and lift. The foot wants to point in the direction that it's facing the whole time here. 7, up and hold, pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more, hold it. Baby rainbows. Up and back, up and front, up and back. So every time, top of my rainbow is hip height if you can. It gets very tired very quickly. 5 and 4 and 3, 2, one more time, and put the foot down. We're going to switch the feet so that my outside foot is forward and the other leg is back. My hands are in the same spot where they were. One in the front corner, one in the back. The challenge is in keeping both heels flat. We tend to lift up to tippy toes. So try to keep the heels down. Weight shift over the hands. And then we pike up from the side. So my right foot is in the back and my right hip is closest to the chair. So that right side is my target. That's where you should feel it. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully come off. I'm just going to turn my chair around so you don't have to look at my booty. I love that the STOTT chair is on wheels. Makes it easy. Okay. We're going to have our left foot now in the center. One hand down, and we're coming up hip height here. Lift. Every time we lift, we're aiming to get the leg all the way to hip height. 5, 6, 7. Hold it. Pulse. 2, 4, and 5, 6. We're going to stay. Baby rainbows. Those are the killers. Everybody loves to hate these. But this glute med strength is so great for not only hip, knee, and ankle strength, but also low back. So it's a good one. Don't skip it. One more time. Front and back. Bring that outside foot to the front. One hand in each of the corners. So my hips are sideways to the chair. My chest is face down. Weight shift over the hands. And then pike. No mistaking where this guy's working. Try to keep those heels down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Carefully take the feet off. All right. So all of this has been done with the same springs, which makes it a little bit easier on flow. I'm going to now change my springs. So I'm only going to leave the 2 red springs on. Just the 2 red bottoms. I'm going to take those blue ones off. And then this is a split chair, a split pedal. So I'm going to separate those. And now I'm going to be in a prone position on my belly. My hands are on the pedals. Okay, so when people get on, this is kind of what it looks like, very limp and sloppy. So we're going to lift those legs up so they're hip height, pull the shoulders down, and then I'm going to hover my body until, or hover the pedals until my body is roughly parallel to the ground. All right, your feet can be hip distance or together, bending both arms at the same time, and push. I love this for posture. I always tell the ladies who take my classes, bra line to neckline is where this is working. So shoulders, upper back, all the way to the base of your neck. 4, 3, 2, pausing here, we're going to just make them reciprocal. So our obliques have 2 jobs. They rotate us or they prevent us from rotating. Obviously, we're holding still here on this first variation, but now we're going to twist. Twist towards the bending elbow. Twist and twist. 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's the good stuff. So a lot of times when we shift to one hand, you have to scooch back a little bit. If you're feeling it in your lower back, that's your cue, scoot back. One hand. And in fact, I'm not feeling it in my lower back, I'm just kind of falling. So one hand, push, 2, 3, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, change the hands. So the part of your body that's up, it shouldn't be on the pedal. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take the arms down. And then we're going to just come back till our feet are on the ground. And I love this little gentle traction on the back. I usually push into one leg, bend the other, and alternate. Now we're going to keep the same springs. For safety, let's go ahead and put the pedals back together. So just for flow, this is a little heavy, but just for flow, I'm going to leave it the same. We're going to have our butt all the way to the front edge here, and I'm going to reach my hands back onto the pedals. Okay, we're going to get our legs up to a tabletop position, and we're going to curve and then flex. Lots of shoulder extension here. Great for somebody who has a rounded posture. Okay, we want to have that opening, that mobility in the shoulders. 4, 3, 2. Now I'm going to stay back and push. Now this one looks like triceps. I promise it feels like abs, okay? You're just hanging back here. 4 and 3, 2, and then we come all the way back up, and then go ahead and put your feet down. I'm going to load the springs up again. So this time, last change, I'm going to bring the red springs to the top. And that's it. So I've just got the 2 red springs on. 1 foot on the pedal, and then I'm going to lean the same knee right under the patella on the edge of the seat. Now your hands are just light fingertips forward with a nice straight back. And then I'm just pointing and flexing here at the ankle. This is a great alignment exercise for the soleus. We get a lot of calf work when we're walking because our legs are mostly straight, right? So unless we're taking stairs. So this is just a nice balance to get the other part of the calf muscle. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to change. Place your knee in and point and flex. Point and flex. So my standing leg is going to be anchored on the ground. And we're just getting calf work. Now I have a few clients who can't bend their knee this much, so I support them. I just put a block or a cushion under the knee, and I hold it stationary for them, and then they don't have to bend their knee as much. Make it work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's put all 4 springs at the top. I was teasing when I said that was the last spring change. So now I have all 4 springs top. All right, pull-ups to finish. My hands grab the outside of the edge of the handles, and I'm gonna just actually put my butt on the pedals. Okay, modification would be to have 1 leg straight and 1 foot on the ground, and we're pulling up with a little bit of leg assistance. Otherwise, both legs are up. Pull and lengthen. Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do 1 more set of these. So know that you can do this as an option instead of the full pull-up. We're actually going to just do the eccentric. Going to use our legs to get to the top, both feet out. We're going to float down super slow. Let's just get 4 of these. So my legs have helped me up. Here I go. Slow to the bottom. Feet help me up. Both feet out. And then we go down slowly. Up. Legs out. Slow control. All the way down. All the way up. One more time, I think. All the way out. Make this one count. It's the last one. All right. And then we are finished. So lots of exercises to choose from on the chair. Those are some of my favorites. I hope you enjoyed them. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.